Hey everybody, Roscoe here with the new AD carry for the team, Apollo. How's it going, man? Welcome aboard.
Good, good.
And I understand you just got back from Korea the other day.
Yeah, I just got back 2 days ago.
Jet
Yeah.
lagging still, or?
I think I'm okay now. I yesterday was pretty bad. I was really tired, but I think I'm okay now.
Yeah. But actually, both you and Shifter, who all was there? You guys were all hanging out playing together?
Yeah, so it was me, Shifter, and then Adrian and Altec were also over there, and Moon and Selfie. I don't know. They're probably not as well known, but yeah, Moon and Selfie just came over there as we were leaving, and I got to hang out with like Keen, Core,
Oh, nice.
Avalon, and Rush. So that was fun.
Oh yeah, they got to show you around. You got to also train on the Korean servers. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, the biggest difference probably, well, I mean everyone knows kind of Korean Solo queue, but I think the 9 ping is definitely the best part of it. And then like when you come back to 60 ping, you're just sad. That's about it. Yeah.
I
But
mean,
it's
yeah.
fun. It's definitely good.
And did you have any like stories or like experience, kind of things you? What's the biggest thing you learned, or a funny story?
I mean, the biggest thing dang, I don't know. Oh, mm, I mean, I played with Faker.
Ooh,
That's the highlight of my trip there.
very cool.
That's about it. No, I mean, I don't know. People are just so much better over there. Like I can't really. There's nothing else to it. I mean, I played with a lot of the pros, the LCK pros, and I don't think. Um, how do I put this? Like they're obviously really good, but they're not, like too far above everyone else. It's just like I think they're just like a lot smarter, and like they execute plays like a lot cleaner. Um, yeah, I don't know. They're just smarter. Everyone over there is just a lot smarter.
Do you think that players going like from North America or Europe, going over to Korea and then having that experience, like, do you think that they actually you like took something from it, or is it just one of those, oh God, they're just so much better?
Oh no, I mean I definitely learned a lot.
Yeah.
It's just hard to say like exactly what I learned. That's
Oh yeah.
all.
Yeah. It's not
I j-
quite tangible. It's something that you can just feel in the rest
yeah,
of the games.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's obviously a lot of things I learned. I just can't. I don't know how to describe it. But if it's just it's something that you need to do. I think is just to kind of play on 9 ping and then like learn how to play with it. Because at least the North American players, at least for me last split, like you never really like you only get to play on 9 ping on when you're at the LCS studio, right? So you never really have like a chance to kind of adjust to it,
Hmm.
adjust to it fully at least. So I think it was really good for me to just kind of play on it for a while and then kind of know my limits on 9 ping.
So it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily, um, like you train in this like kind of gravity, and then you train on like, and then you actually play on this other gravity. It doesn't. It's not like it super affects you, but it is a slight noticeable difference.
Right, right. I
Hmm.
mean, it's definitely noticeable, and it's also just you don't really notice it unless you play on it for a while. I guess it's kind of hard to explain, but like you can't there's no way of really like practicing on it, at least for in North America. Like you can't just practice on 9 ping the entire time and then get used to it and then like know what you can do with it. You can only do that in LCS, and it's just now that I've played on 9 ping, I kind of know like what are like the limits I can do on stage. So I just think it helps a lot.
I wouldn't know. I'm like gold, so
Yeah, I don't know.
not gonna have that.
I wish I could explain it better, but that's yeah.
Yeah. But how did you come to be Dig Apollo? How did that work?
I mean, I got several offers during the off season, some Challenger and some LCS, and I just it's really all about like looking at the rosters and feeling which one has the highest chance of going to Worlds. Like that's pretty much it. And towards the end of my decision, it kind of came down to, do I want uh do I want more money or do I want like a better roster? And I guess I just chose the roster because I think that's going to be. I mean, both decisions that I had or both offers that I had were kind of a gamble because I don't really, I'm not 100% sure how they're going to do,
Always
but
is.
I just figured that Dig was the better offer and the better chance of winning Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, and you talked about the roster. You got yourself, Kiwi Kid again in the bot,
Mhm.
Shifter. Of course, you got that relationship built up from the time in Korea.
Right.
and Curie in the jungle, and Smitty J up top. A
Mhm.
couple of EU Challenger guys.
Right.
I know they're
I
Challenger. They do come highly recommended from like Broken Shard and Inner Flame. They know them quite well.
mhm. I obviously don't really know them very well, but I've heard good things about them. I mean, I guess I'll just talk from experience with playing with Shifter and Kiwi Kid
Yeah.
because that's a really those are kind of the two standout players, at least for me. If I'm gonna since I made my decision on them, it's just like how well they're going to do and how well I'm going to work with them. Just because those are the only two players I actually know, and I figured that I obviously know Shifter and he's really good and he's talented, and I think me and Kiwi get along. Even though we haven't been on the same team, we do it a couple times, and we actually knew each other from Dota
Yeah,
a
yeah. I talked to
really
him,
long time
and you
about.
guys have a huge history from way back when.
Yeah, we played when we were both really young, so it's kind of cool just knowing him like that.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
But I think I mean as long as as long as like everyone's willing to like work hard, like I think we'll be good this season.
Yeah, that was one of the things when I was talking to Interflame, his announcement interview. He was saying how someone's going to be on the team. They're going to be there because they have that hunger, because they have that drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the application actually talked about if someone applying, if they could give their kind of motivations and goals. But what drives you? Why do you keep playing competitive League of Legends? Why do you want? I mean, of course, go to Worlds, but like what about it? What drives you?
Uh, Man.
Is it just you want to be the best that no one ever was, or?
I mean, I guess it's a good question. It's just kind of hard to answer.
No, it is. There's the
I
default answer is like Worlds, but it is kind of deep, yeah.
I mean, I've always had like a competitive drive. I've played sports and obviously playing League is just it's a lot more fun when you're winning.
Of
So,
course, yeah.
like when you have I think just like the always having the possibility to improve is just really like what really motivates me. It just like I know that I can always get better, and I know that I can, like I'm good enough to get better. I think that makes sense. So
Yeah,
besides, just like going to worlds, I like having just the possibility to improve. Yeah.
yeah. That is definitely in athletics, physical or yeah, electronic. That's the key for athletes. I've found it's the moment you think that you're like, oh yeah, I'm great, I'm the best. Like if Faker kind of was like, nah, I'm good. Like what I'm doing now is great, and
Yeah.
that's when he gets taken down.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
But finally, I wanted to ask you about the 80 carry changes. How have you? What have you?
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be good. I just it's very difficult to tell what's gonna go on right now. So it's obviously preseason and people are still trying to figure it out. I can tell you that I think Warlord's Bloodlust, the mastery, is broken. I think that mastery is just really stupid. Um, I do kind of like the diversity or whatever with the 80 carries. Like they have their own identity, which is what Ryan wanted,
Yeah.
which is cool. But it's going to take a while for everyone to figure it out. So it's just really uncertain. Um, I think the only complaints that I have right now is just I'm completely lost. And yeah, so I hope people figure it out for me.
That's how it always is. You're looking through the passions, going like, oh god, like.
It's oh gosh, it's so like the struggle really is like, I just practiced in Korea or like boot camped in Korea, and I kind of figured, I thought that I had it figured out like when the items that I buy when I go back, it's like really important, what you really want to buy like immediately, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So now when I go back with, X amount of gold, I'm like sitting in shop for 30 seconds figuring out what I should do. Like, oh, there's so many items.
and then because the BF sword got changed too,
Yeah,
the cost, so
1300 gold.
it changes when you'd go back to.
Yeah, it's just a lot of new things, like literally small things. When you go back, you have to map out what path you're gonna take, what item build you're gonna do on this specific champion, and nobody knows like the correct builds anymore. Just because all the item changes. So those are kind of the things that I've been struggling with, and yeah.
Are there any of those champions that you like the most so far? The
Oh,
changes?
um, Let's see.
Like, will Graves ever be in the bot lane again?
I don't know, dude. I played Graves and I was like, dude, this guy's not OP, but people do some
In
people
the
do stuff
jungle.
with him. Yeah, yeah. Like I see
Yeah.
like Graves jungle, Graves top, and it just like works, and I'm just struggling in the bot lane, so I stopped playing him. But I like MF because her crit with her Q works with the Warlord's Bloodlust, so you
Uh,
get that mastery at level 1, which is really big. I like Tristana, even though she's kind of stayed the same. She still has a really good, like, she still just really works well with the new changes. And I like Jinx as well, because Jinx is good.
yeah,
Jinx is a good champion.
no
But
doubt.
those, I guess, those are my favorite three. Everyone else is, I mean, there are other good champions. I just like those the most.
Of course.
Like Caitlyn, Lucian. Those are, and Kalissa's also good, but I just like MF, Jinx, and Tristana. If I were to choose a top three,
Could be interesting to see MF come back.
yeah, no, she's like kind of boring, but she's also really fun. Like she doesn't, she's not really like mechanically intensive or anything
No,
like that.
not
It's
at all.
just she just it's kind of fun when you have your ulti and yeah, like easy almost.
Yeah, should be interesting to see how that pans out.
Yeah,
But yeah, and also yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys play.
yeah, me too.
Wrapping up the interview. Have any shout outs, any last words you wanna leave us with?
um, Thanks to all my fans, who have been following me ever since the uh back when I started playing on Coast.
Those fusion days.
If I were to shout out any sponsors, I would. I just don't remember them.
Yeah,
I don't know them yet.
oh yeah,
But and yeah, thanks for supporting me. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thanks for the time in the interview.
No
Good luck
problem.
to you. And just everyone will know how to pronounce it. But we're here. You recently got hired on as the manager for our NA team.
Reporting he's the best. So what makes him unique is that he's one of the